So Chamaerops humilis, the Mediterranean fan pond, comes in, has quite a bit of variation. This is a green form. Uh, this one has been in the ground for just over a year and a half, and you can see it's now actually starting to send out some suckers. So this will become very bushy. Some people don't like that. They like it solitary, so you can trim those off. I don't. I like it bushy, and I will not prune this palm. The only thing I will do is possibly remove dead and dying fronds. So this one's put on a lot of growth. It gets baked. These things really like the sun, and it's a nice well-draining soil here. You can see that there's no spotting. They do not spot in our climate. Only when you get to the really old fronds will you start to see a little bit of spotting. So these can really handle the winter moisture. So that is your normal green form, and this one, pretty thick fronds, very stiff. And then when you go for the Cerifera or Dentia, which is from Morocco, it's actually quite a different looking palm. It's got the blue coloration, but look how fine and delicate these fronds are in comparison, very fine tips. And I have 3 of these, and I find that these tend to sucker more. I have quite a few more suckers. When I planted this one, it already had them. It went in at the same time. This one was a slightly bigger palm, and it still is. So this one has actually grown quite well. I find the green ones grow a little bit quicker. If I were to say, I think the green ones grow faster, but the blue ones look really great. The rain kind of washes the blue color off, so the older fronds kind of are a little more green looking versus the nice new fronds. And it does appear that the green form is slightly hardier than the blue, but these do pretty well in our climate as well. They don't seem to mind the wet. This one doesn't quite get as much sun as that, so it may be a little more stretched. And I'll show you one more I have. It's a big one, and this is a green form, and that one's getting to be quite a good size. This one's been here I think the year previously, and this one does not seem to be I always wanted this one to sucker, and it's just now starting to. And this one actually has a little bit of a trunk on it. So this one is male, does flower even at this size. And this one, compared to that other green one, has slightly more delicate fronds, whereas that other one has more like thick, less spacing in between each of the sections of the frond. And these ones also appear to be a little bit bigger, maybe just because this is a bigger plant, but that one's coming along pretty nice. It's the biggest one I have. And I do have another couple more of the blue form in different areas of the garden. This one seems to be doing really well here. I've actually moved this one from my backyard where I felt it wasn't in a sunny enough spot. And it was when I originally planted it. I planted it late in the summer, and that area of my garden was quite dry. It was my first year, and over winter I realized that in the winter time it's actually sopping wet. So I moved this because I didn't want it to struggle, and it's done quite well. So it's just in there with the Trachycarpus that's really starting to take off as well. So as you can see, green, kind of narrow fronds, kind of more similar to the Cerifera or Argentea. Here is much stiffer, almost volcano-like in appearance, not quite, but a little bit more. And then I have this other kind of weirdo one, which I bought, that has very yellow trunk. It's now just starting to sucker, and look how thin, like very thin. And even some of these fronds, they I don't know, it's kind of tough to see, but they split. They're almost like Ys. Like right there. You see that? That frond splits into 2. So you get quite a bit of variation, and this one also has a little bit of a bluish tinge and a little more glaucous underneath, but quite different than the other ones. So when you're in the store and you're looking at them, take a look at all the ones they have. This one, that one, and the other green one I showed you all just came from Home Depot. The two blue ones I got from a palm nursery. And actually, I have a blue one in the back that I got from Home Depot. It was the only one of the batch that was the Serifera or the Gentia. And that one was a Home Depot palm from a few years ago as well. So they do come in all sorts of varieties. There is one that's like I've never seen one in person, but they call it, like, it's very droopy. And then there's one called, I think it's Dick's Mutant, and that one's kind of unattractive. It's more of a collector palm just because you want something different. Look, you can actually see down here the split fronds. So I never really noticed that before. So kind of interesting, and these are really tough, very, very thick. So we'll see how this one does, but the yellow coloration on this one is quite noticeable compared to the others. So kind of a longer video today, but I just wanted to show you the difference on the different, I mean, quite a dramatic difference when you look at the three. They're all the same species. Anyway, thanks for watching.